Hey, what's going on YouTube? And welcome to a brand new series here on our channel titled Pokemon Pop. I've talked about this a lot in the past. It stands for Pokemon Proof of Power. Now what we're going to do in this series, we're going to be playing VGC 16 rules here on Showdown, as you can see on your screen. And we are going to be going one by one for all fully evolved Pokemon to show that they are competitively viable in VGC 16, or if we decide to change a Smogon or whatever, you know, I'm open to change, but that is what we are going with for right now. The rules of it are that we have to bring that Pokemon to every single battle, regardless of the team matchup. We're probably going to get about 3 battles in per episode, and hopefully we'll be able to demonstrate that each Pokemon does have a niche that it can play throughout the competitive scene. So today, obviously, as you can see on all the layouts, the thumbnail and everything like that, oops, sorry, I just hit the mic, it is Venusaur. So what we are going to be doing is using a Mega Venusaur, and I'll just show you really quick the team that I'm going to be using before we jump into the battles. And just to let you guys know, it is going to be quite a vanilla EV spread. It's going to be pretty plain just because I'm going to be changing the EVs on every single Pokemon every single time, and I don't practice too much beforehand with them. I just kind of taking the competitive knowledge that I have into the matches. So before anything else, before we jump into this, if you are enjoying the content, smash that thumbs up button. We're going to try to get 5 likes on this series to start off with. And if, and only if, you are excited for Pokemon Pop, then go ahead and subscribe for more regular content on the channel. I'm glad that actually worked out. So to start off, we have a Groudon who's going to be holding the red orb to be Primal, Eruption, Earth Power, Overheat, Protect. I like running a special variant rather than physical because of all the intimidation running around. It's going to be a bulky special attacker, as you can see on the EVs there. Nothing into speed. I'd like underspeeding Kyogres, because then I can get the sun up. Now the main plan of this is where we'll come in with our next Pokemon, Venusaur. Obviously we're showcasing him. Holding the Venusaur to become Mega Venusaur, Chlorophyll. So in the harsh sunlight, he doubles speed. We can get a sleep powder off on anything that threatens Groudon, and Eruption for a ton of damage. Again, a bulky special variant. Up next we have Xerneas, who is one of the most prominent figures in VGC 16 because of the Power Herb and Geomancy play that automatically gets it ×2 special attack, special defense, and speed, so it becomes an incredible threat right off the bat. It's going to be another bulky special. I figured I wasn't going to do the invest in speed EVs because we're going to get ×2 speed with the Geomancy. We have our Landorus T holding the Assault Vest, Rock Slide, Earthquake, Explosion, and Knockoff, trying to do a bunch of damage with that explosion. It comes through quite a bit. This is going to be a bulky physical variant. I found that using bulkier Pokemon has helped more in this hyper-offensive set because most of the people are using powerful legendaries and they sweep through people really fast. So catching them off guard and surviving a couple attacks here and there makes it really good. We have a support Pokemon in Raichu holding the Focus Sash with Fake Out, Encore, Thunder Wave, and HP Ice. I opted out of a stab attack just because HP Ice hits a lot of things like the Landorus Ts, the Garchomps, the Mega Rayquazas, and stuff like that for incredible damage. Thunder Wave to slow down things like Xerneas and other speedy Pokemon. Encore in case somebody wants to protect, and obviously Fake Out Pressure is one of the more prevalent strategies throughout the VGC scene. And finally we have Scizor holding the Life Orb, Technician boosted Bullet Punch, trying to take out Xerneas when I can. That's usually the only time I bring it, but it does suit a very powerful purpose. So without further ado, we've got this all set up. Let's try to jump into our first battle. I'm not sure how high, wow, that's loud. Hold on one second. Alright, sorry about that. I did not expect that to blow my eardrums out. Hopefully this isn't too loud. I will try to adjust it in post-production. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that rough start. That's okay, though. We will jump into it. So what do we see on the screen? Crobat, Gengar, Mega Rayquaza, Primal Kyogre, Ferrothorn, and Zapdos. So what I'm thinking is, if we bring... Okay, I think his strategy is going to bring out the Kyogre first, alongside maybe a Crobat and switch into Mega Rayquaza to get a Water Spout off on me. So what I'm going to want to do, I think I want to bring Groudon Venusaur because I'm anticipating overspeeding this thing. I can either Sleep Powder or use Leaf Storm on it. Let's in the back. Or do we want to bring Raichu first? No, I think I want to bring Xerneas. That'll hit pretty hard. And not too many physical attackers. Let's bring... Do we want to bring Raichu? Or do we want to bring Landorus? Let's bring Landorus because I feel like Explosion will do good damage. Alright, so just like I thought, the Crobat and the Kyogre are out in the field. We open up with the Sun on our side. That's why I like underspeeding things. Now, what do we want to do here? I'm predicting him to switch out his Crobat into his Rayquaza to get rid of the Sun so he can Water Spout and take out my Groudon. I'm going to Eruption for a ton of damage. And let's Sleep Powder his Kyogre. Oh, he switches out the Kyogre for the Rayquaza. No big deal. That works well for me. It missed! That's really unfortunate. And he does 50% right off the bat, so that's going to do less damage. Okay. I think I still get the effects of Chlorophyll with the Airlock. Maybe? I'm not sure. So he's going to Mega Evolve and probably try to take out my Venusaur. So what I am going to do... this is a bad position for me. Let's go ahead and... I think he's going to switch in his Kyogre for the Crobat. So I'm going to go Xerneas Landorus. Double switching is not usually utilized in... Oh, he didn't switch out. In VGC because it's such a passive thing that your opponent takes a lot of the momentum. But what I'm hoping... Okay, so he Tailwinded and Dragon Ascent onto him. That's good for me, because what I can do now... Do I think he's going to Dragon Ascent him again? If he does, I'm going to Geomancy. Oh, do I Protect? I kind of think that he's going to Super Fang into my Xerneas and Dragon Ascent into my Landorus. I think I need to Geomancy Explosion. So there's that, and he's probably going to Dragon Ascent. Oh, into my Xerneas! Well, I accidentally knocked out myself, but I should be able to pick up a double KO here and kind of bring the game back into my favor. Because now I am winning the Weather Wars. He's going to send out his Kyogre, but because I underspeed, I get to keep my Weather. And with Venusaur up, this is actually a really good position depending on who his last Pokemon is. So we've got the Kyogre, we see the Groudon, we see the Venusaur, and... Ferrothorn. That is excellent for us. That is great. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I think he's going to try to Ice Beam to drop down my stats a little bit. Okay, so let's think about this. He outspeeds because of the Tailwind, but I should still outspeed. I'm Chloroform, right? Chloroform? Chloroform. Okay, so we could Eruption... Won't do too much. But I'm going to he might Protect. I think Protecting is the smartest play because he really can't do too much. And let's Sleep Powder. I'm predicting a Protect on the Ferrothorn. Good! And now he's going to try to take out... Perfect! That could not have played out better. So we get the Sleep Powder off, and this should be game. Because now we can freely... Do we Erupt? That should be able to take out Ferrothorn, right? And he forfeits anyways. That was going to be the game, so that's one win showing the incredible presence that Venusaur has under the sunlight. So again, that is some proof of power. That's kind of what I'm trying to show you, that you can use your favorite Pokemon. You might not be winning world tournaments, but that's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to have fun. So jumping into our next battle, okay, so we see Gengar, Primal Groudon, Cresselia, Amoonguss, Mega Lucario, and Palkia is what I'm guessing. So, we should... What does he has? Gengar. Okay. I'm thinking I want to bring out Raichu, but I can't fake out his Gengar. I think I want to do... This is interesting. Okay, so... we could go for the chlorophyll sleep powder play again. Let's do that. I want to bring Raichu for fake out. Do I want to bring... Sorry about tapping on the table. Let's bring Raichu and Xerneas. I think that's a good one. So we do see the Palkia and the Groudon. So we are going to negate his water type attacks that he could have. He's slower than us. That's good to note. Because what we can do now... I'm going to Erupt. He's going to Trick Room is what I'm thinking. So I'm going to Sleep Powder. I think he's going to Protect Trick Room. Not if I can help it, though. So now he's not going to be able to get off that Trick Room, which he was relying on. That's why he underspeeds us. See, giving a middle-of-the-line Groudon tells you a ton of information about what the opponent wants to do. Because if they're max speed, you know that they're not going to be going for, like, Trick Room this time. But he underspeeds, so he's purposely slower than me. So we knew he was going to try to set up the Trick Room. So with that, we can either anticipate that he's going to switch out into one of his two Levitators. Would he do that? I'm not sure. Okay, this is a very crucial turn. Regardless, we're faster under the sunlight. So I think what I want to do... I think I want to Erupt and Sleep Powder. We missed. We're not having too much luck with that, but we do get a good Eruption off, and he's probably going to Erupt right back. I didn't Mega Evolve, so I... Oh, that was a bad play on my part. That was very bad on my part. So... let's bring out Xerneas. This is a perfect time to showcase what Xerneas can do. What I want to do, Palkia can't do anything to me. So I'm going to Earth Power his Groudon and Geomancy, and that, if he gets a Trick Room up, that could be bad, but he switched out. So that's good, that's good, that's good. He protected, that's fine. I'm in a great position here, because now I can just Erupt Dazzling Gleam for a double KO. And I'm anticipating him still trying to go for the Trick Room play, which hopefully I will be able to prevent. And this is kind of also showcasing how important speed control is. Okay, it was resisted, so I might not be able to... Okay, so I didn't prevent the Trick Room from going up. This is bad. I should have... Well, I think that was all I could do. Okay, he's going to try to Spore me. Who's he going to Spore? I don't think I care. I'm thinking he's going to Spore... I don't know, this is a hard call. Because he... Okay, what I'm thinking is if I was in his position, I could Spore... I think he's going to Spore the Xerneas. Should I play on that? I'm kind of ahead. If he Spores the Xerneas, and I take out Cresselia, he can bring his Palkia, which is asleep, though. I don't think I care. I don't think I care. I want to... I think I'm just going to Dazzling Gleam. Okay, yeah, see, that would have been a terrible call. Okay, he's not doing anything to me. Unfortunately, Groudon's asleep. But that was a really bad play on his part because now he has to bring out Palkia. He can Spore me. Do I care that much? Not really. So what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to Erupt Protect because I think he's going to Spore my Xerneas. I'm going to Skull out one more turn of Trick Room, and hopefully I'll be able to... I should have overheated now that I'm thinking about it, but I'm still asleep anyway, so it didn't matter. What do I do here? He can't really do anything to me, especially because they're both special attackers, so I'm not switching out. Let's overheat the Amoonguss and go for a Dazzling Gleam. Okay, we knew that was going to happen. Not a big deal. So he wakes up. He Earth Powers. That does a little bit of damage. Can we wait? Shoot! That could be problematic. But at this point, what we can do is just double... Okay, and he disconnected. Because what's going to happen from this turn, I'll tell you what's going to happen. He's going to... Sorry, I just had a major brain fart. One turn left to Trick Room. I can protect my Groudon. He can't touch my Xerneas. Next turn, Trick Room. expires, I can overheat the Amoonguss, and then it's Groudon, Raichu, and Xerneas against a Palkia. He could Trick Room up again, but that really wouldn't be doing too much because I could play around it eventually to where I Thunder Wave the Palkia, and I'll get a Dazzling Gleam in there somewhere, which will take one shot at. So I'm going to go ahead and edit out these next 30 seconds, and I'll see you in a second. And welcome back. He just DC'd, and that makes 2 wins for our Venusaur team. It's going really well. I think we are still pretty low laddered, which is okay, but we are going to go ahead and jump into our next battle. Now that I'm thinking about it, if I sound completely weird at the beginning of the video talking about sound and stuff, I may just edit out the sound on this because it's going to sound kind of trippy. Maybe not. I'll have to look into editing. I know, unprofessional to talk like this, but let's take a look at our team. We see a lot of Xerneas weaknesses, but he's got Scizor. Okay, let's think about this. If I were him, I would probably open up with Thundurus and Kyogre. With he's got that Salamence, though. This is going to be hard with our Venusaur team because he has Psychic attacks in the Azelf and Flying attacks with those 2. But I think if he's a slow Kyogre, that would be bad. I think I'm going to go with my Chlorophyll play again. He doesn't have Xerneas, so we didn't get to see our Scizor in this match. Xerneas is very good. We have to do a good job of keeping our Groudon alive to deal with that Scizor because that could be a problem. Do I want Landorus? I could explode. I think Explosion's gonna come through. And you saw in the first match how good that is. If you can get a double knockout, you can really swing things into your momentum. So this is good. This is good. So long as we can hit our attacks. Eruption. I'm not anticipating Fire Ice, so there's no sense in evolving. Sleep Powder the Ments. I think he's going... Oh, he might Psychic Double Edge. Psychic my Venusaur and Double Edge my Groudon. Protect. That's fine. I kind of want him to not KO. That was good. That worked out great. That worked out great. Now what we can do here, we have a couple options. We can try and take out his Azelf. Okay, so he's got Skill Swap to do. That's important. Skill Swap. You can Skill Swap your Primal Pokemon to reset the weather, so that's important to keep in mind. He protected. He can't protect, so I can safely Sleep Powder into there. Oh, but now I don't have Chlorophyll. Oh, that's crazy. Good thing I'm talking through this. So I think... What do I want to do here? I could protect, switch out. I could switch out. I think I want to switch into Landorus, get an Intimidate off. This is hard. I don't have a lot of time. Let's think about this. Okay, I need to keep Groudon around. This seems more like it's support. I don't think he'll just let me... I don't think he'll let... Oh, this is such a big read, though. Let's... Okay, here's what we're going to do. I don't have Chlorophyll anymore, so let's get Thick Fat. Let's Sleep Powder... He might switch out into Kyogre, though. Would he switch out? He would. And he Double Edge there. That's what I'm going off of. So I'm going to protect, switch out. He didn't switch. That's bad. We might have just lost the match off of that play. Missed anyway, and Hyper Voice. Okay. So that wasn't the worst case scenario. What we can do here... Let's see. What do we want to do here? Do we explode? Do we Rock Slide? I don't think he's going to let me Rock Slide. Okay, I think... Let's Rock Slide. I don't want to lose my... Well, let's explode. I think that's going to be the best. Should I try for the double protect? Let's try it. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this... And it exploded. This is the worst case scenario. I didn't even think about that. Holy cow, I think we're losing because of that. Let's bring out Xerneas. If he doesn't bring out Scizor, this is just a bad situation regardless. We might see our first loss here. Let's see. It depends on who he has in the back. Thunderous. So he's going to be going for... Okay, he's going to be going for Thunder Waves. Would he keep this thing in? Would he just... I think he's going to Hyper Voice and Thunder Wave. There's no reason for him not to. So my best play is just to let this thing go down. Let my Venusaur go down. We'll try to Sleep Powder his... It doesn't matter. He's going to Hyper Voice and take us out. Yep, see, I knew that was coming. Hyper Voice. So we can send out our Groudon. Unfortunately, he gets to win the Weather Wars here. I have to play this very carefully. I don't think I can win this one. Oh my gosh, you know, I got put on tilt. There was really nothing I could do. That was a bad match on my part. So we're just going to try to Hyper... If I would have Hyper Voiced, we maybe still had a chance. I mean, Dazzling Gleamed. There goes the Thunder Wave. Hyper Voice won't take me out just yet, but I'm paralyzed and can't move. So that's going to be the match. It doesn't really matter what I do. I thought that he'd switch out the Salamence into the Kyogre and we'd be able to get a 1-up on him. Didn't quite happen the way that we wanted it to, so... we went 2-1. We did show that Venusaur is very... has a presence in the VGC 16 scene, and, you know, we proved its power, in my opinion. We had a positive record. Next week, because I think this is going to be a Saturday upload for now until I get the hang of everything. Next week we are going to be featuring Charizard, I believe. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and peace out, and I will catch you guys on Saturday. See ya!